I might as well use it. It's like paying for petrol and they're not putting it into your car.
Yeah, speaking of that subject, here's the latest grift from local petrol retailers. Instead of a weekly price cycle, they now switched over to a fortnightly price cycle, so there's one cheap day in 14 apparently.
What was that for, sorry?
Because, petrol prices obviously fluctuate during the week, and you usually end up like one day where everyone's cheaper.
Well, it does fluctuate, yeah, here. Generally, if one goes on a cheaper price, the rest of them just follow suit.
Yeah, for us it's Tuesday is typically the cheapest day for any given servo, and then funnily enough on a Wednesday, oh look at that, the price magically jumps up as much as 50 to 70 cents more, which I think is a bit too much, but and then it just slowly trickles down over the course of the week back to Tuesday. But the I can't remember what reason they gave for it, but instead of doing a weekly cycle, they're now switching over apparently to a fortnightly cycle. So it'll be super expensive on Wednesday this week, and then it won't be cheap again until the fortnight after. It's just like going up and down and sort of playing around. I don't mind so much, but I just really hate where it's like, oh, it's $1.30. Give it half an hour on a Wednesday. Oh, it's now $1.70.
No, it doesn't work like that here. And I wouldn't complain about the expensive being expensive, Dave. Come and try and buy some petrol down here, mate. I can tell you this. The cheapest petrol, and I'm just trying to remember the last price I saw, which would have been last week, and then converted into American gallon, would be $8. No, tell a lie. Hang on. It would be $9.20 a gallon. But then again, you've got to convert that to American dollars. What's the equivalent, really? That's $9.20 my cash for a gallon, a US gallon, which is 4 litres. But ours doesn't fluctuate like that during the day. It stays a price. And what they do, this is the cheeky bit they do. See here, all the petrol companies buy their petrol. It all goes to one spot in the country, Marsden Point, gets shipped to there. All goes into one tank. Then it gets piped to the different companies, Mobil, BP, Caltex, who else is there? Z, which is the old Shell. And what they do is they get the petrol and then put their additives into it. But what they do is they buy the petrol, they prepay for the petrol for a year. So whatever the price was at that time, they bought a year's worth. Now I'm guessing they do an estimation of how much they're going to use, so they might end up buying more than what they need, or I don't know. Don't know how that works. I wasn't that higher up in the company to find that out. But what I do know is they prepay for their petrol for a year, so it's prepaid and then it gets shipped over bits at a time through the year. And but what they do is they adjust the price to how much the oil is at that time on that day. So it doesn't matter what they paid for it. If it's a lot more expensive oil at that time, even though they probably got it at a cheaper price, they throw that onto the pump price. And there was a time, I don't know, because I don't have a car anymore, so I haven't kept an eye on it. I only see it when I go shopping once a week. You'd always know when a price rise was about to come, because all of a sudden it became rather cheap, a lot, 2 or 3 cents cheaper per litre out of the blue, and then you go, oh, that's a good deal. Petrol's finally coming down. Then the next day it went up by about 10 cents a litre.
Yeah, for us, the various gas stations basically have to report back to a government body what price they intend to sell the fuel for the next day, because then we have a government website that actually literally fuel watch. So you can look there and see what the price, like, you know, what the price is for any given day, next day. But they usually do their changeovers, I think, around the 6 or 7 o'clock mark. So yeah, if you go from a Wednesday morning, which is usually the most expensive day, you'll have last night's price of, as I said, like $1.30 on a cheap day or something like that, and then you wait 10 minutes and bink, it just jumps up to the Wednesday price. I've been caught out with that before. I was pulled up to a servo, got my timing wrong, tried to lift the nozzle, pump wouldn't start, they told me to hang it back up, and of course, oh look at that, it's ticked 7 o'clock, it's now 20 cents more expensive, have fun. I was like, you cheeky sons.
That's just, I know in England they put the price down during rush hour and then hike it up. No, they do that. I also know the diesel's quite expensive. I don't know what your diesel was like, but ours diesel here is cheap. But like most countries, our petrol price, 90% of it's just taxes.
Yeah, I think about a good, it's either a third or 40%, something like that is, yeah, just fuel excise to the government.
Yeah, no, 90% of our fuel price is tax of one form or another. Because we get what's taken out of it. Let's see, there's an ACC level, which is accident compensation for people that sort of, you know, have an accident. It's compensation for that, which they're getting really tight with these days too, about paying it out. There's TV licenses are now incorporated, I think, into the petrol. There's all sorts of other taxes that they chuck on it. Then they throw the GST on, so basically by the time you get your fuel, GST's been paid on that petrol about 4 or 5 times anyway. Before it even gets to the pump, because the companies pay the GST on it, and then someone else pays GST on it, then the service stations have to, when they buy it, they're paying GST on it, so the price goes up, and then you pay GST on it when it goes into your thing. For those who don't know, you guys in Aussie will know because you have GST as well, but it's, well, for those in England, it's like VAT, but I don't know. I think in America you do it differently, your taxes with things that you buy. We've got a tax, for us in New Zealand, it's 15%, so whatever the product or service you're buying, say if you're buying a chocolate bar for $1, right, it's the retail price is $1, then 15% gets added onto it for a tax of that dollar. So, which basically when you buy something here, the good thing is, I think, like I said, in America you guys are a bit different. I think your prices don't include tax on goods, but ours do. So when you go in to buy something, the tax, the price tag includes the tax, the GST. I could be wrong, let me know if I am, but I think that's how it works, because I got told by somebody, namely Patrio. So if that's wrong, I can blame him. Misinformation. That looks like a rather large muesli bar to me. Actually, it more looks like honey puffs.
What's this?
The crop on the back, the rice in the harvester.
LCMs.
Yeah. That sort of thing, yeah. LCMs. But then I thought it looks sort of similar to honey puffs. Do you have that in Australia? I don't think they have them in other countries. It's a breakfast cereal. It's quite nice, actually.
I think because we would have had his Uncle Toby's honey oats or something like that, or honey Wheaties.
I'm not exactly sure what it's made out of, to be honest. I'm going to check the menu out because I saw a bit of stuttering happening there. It did save, didn't it? I was actually looking at chat. Oh yeah, it's added. Yeah, that's yeah. That would annoy me. I mean, when you're working with a budget, it's a lot easier that you know the price on the ticket is what you're going to pay outright. You can do a budget for your shopping. But they have it added on at the end. Yeah, I don't know if I could deal with that. Have you got to the end yet and turned around?
Yeah, I'm halfway down this last run now.
Okay. I'll meet you halfway actually, save you coming all the way down. Since I'm up here, I've got to go down that way to the truck. The other truck, which I've got to tell to come here and empty out into. I'm getting slight. I wonder what the FPS, let's find out. Ooh, looking at those trees. Look at the FPS jump back up as soon as I don't look at the trees.
Oh, there you go. Diesel is a couple of cents more expensive than regular gasoline for my city. So they basically have parity. I think it's LPG is the cheap one for us, but even then that's getting up there.
Yeah, it sort of died a nasty death, that one. Yeah, LPG.
A few years back it used to be pretty much half price of regular gasoline, but right now it's like, what, 20 cents cheaper than regular?
You can empty out me if you want. Let me just back up so you don't hit my header. Actually, where you? No, you stay there. I'll back up to you. Oh, mind you, you're quite full, weren't you? And while that's happening, let me go find a truck. Now, your field... No, you can go to field 94 now. Oh, hey. Yeah.
That would be funny though.
Actually, just come. I'll probably the best idea is if I'll just hook up this. All right, I'll just wait for the truck to come, and you can just park beside me and keep the pipe over, and that way, as I'm emptying into the truck.
Yeah, do you mind? Yep. Yeah, you stay where you are. I'll come to you.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what's going on here as well. We get a subsidy or something if you buy electric, which is stupid because you can't go far, and we've hardly got any electric plug things for electric cars. Actually, most of ours are at supermarkets, occasional supermarket. You don't find any at a gas station, I can tell you that. You know, you'd think you'd go to.
Yeah, they're still pushing to encourage electric vehicles, but I mean, in my situation, that won't work because I don't have a proper garage where I can charge my car up at. Don't even have a power point near because I got an apartment car bay. It's like an underground car park, so there's no power points or anything else to plug into.
You hardly go anywhere with it before you need to recharge, and by the time you need to recharge, there's not a place to be able to do it anyway, so...
I think you get, what was it, like 400 Ks? You can get a decent couple of 100 Ks, and in my case, when I'm a 9 to 5 and I do, what, like a 20K round trip for work, it would be ideal, but... Yeah.
What's this guy waiting for? No, no, no. Oh, I haven't got shuttle control on. Yeah. Yeah, no, LPG was a big, a big thing they tried to promote in this country, Dave, and the problem is the government decided to best way they can sort of promote it is to put all their cars onto it, and it doesn't really sort of work well with 4-cylinder cars. If you had a 6-cylinder and above, yeah, it was alright, but not with 4-cylinder cars, so they were all having trouble and got rid of it. Now it's expensive too. He's still not turning up.
Well, he's down there in the corner of the field.
Yeah, but he's not moving. And I'm at, wouldn't it be funny if he's actually waiting for you to be full? Alright, let's go find out. Hang on, I'll go full. You go down, get close to him, and I'll fill you up. And if it doesn't work, then we'll just you just go and full into him. But don't empty out into him. Just get close to him, and then I'll come beside you and empty out into you. And if he doesn't start moving once you hit 60%, then we'll know for sure. And then you can just move over to him and empty out, and I'll empty out into you, so you can. You know, I think you get the general idea. I think everyone in chat gets the general idea. But I just want to know if that little setting I did before has made all the difference. And he's actually set for you. He's waiting for you to be full. Duh. Let me put an N at the end of that word, eh? Waiting for you to be... Look.
I don't know, I think he's more interested in you. I don't know.
We'll see. He'll turn around and see what happens. Maybe we're too far away. Might need to move forward a bit. You move forward so you can turn?
Yeah, I was just waiting for your feeling to finish.
Oh, I was going to move with you. Need to go forward more. I think he's waiting for me. Yeah, he was waiting for me, so I was obviously too far away. Then you might as well come back around and empty out on me. Or empty out on him, it doesn't really matter, he's not going to go anywhere anyway.
I think with us combined we'll have more than what he can carry. As for crossing the Nullarbor, yeah, that's easy. You just get a couple of those iPhone solar chargers and run it through the cigarette lighter socket.
I don't see the point in electric guitars. Well, actually, I don't see the point in electric guitars either. I prefer acoustic. That's just me. I never liked playing an electric guitar. I always loved playing acoustic over electric. Mind you, I had a really good acoustic guitar, to be honest. It was one of the last ones that was made with the Brazilian rosewood before they made it an endangered species. And it actually sounded like a electric guitar sometimes. Had a good bass to it, went really well. But electric cars, on the other hand, no, not my thing, purely because they create more pollution to make the batteries and everything else than you would create in your own car in a lifetime with petrol. What is... Seriously, dude, you're full to the brim. It's not hard to figure out where you need to go next.
Well, something is full of something.
He has no idea what he's doing.
I was wondering what the noise in the background was. It was my end. Someone's heading up the footpath with a leaf blower, which are being made illegal in California.
I'll send him off that way. Where's the other guy? He's on this way, isn't he? He's coming back. Let's just stop you in the way of the other truck coming until we figure out what our next move is. And I think our next move is, it's 5 o'clock. Well, it's almost 6 o'clock. So do we start some harvesting or do we have an early day? That's the question that's been posed by me. That also helps to do the right things. Oh, hang on. No, I better go back to him. He needs to come back down to empty you out, doesn't he? Whoops, my bad. I forgot about poor old Patrio. That's the problem with you being so quiet. You forget you're here.
Made even funnier by the fact I'm going to go up and do a BRB.
Okay. Right, let's have a look here. What we got? We've still got that harvesting job active. What else we got in the way of harvesting? I suppose we could try and get... Hello, phone. That's right. I quite the other one. Forgot about that one. So we've still got white cabbage, red cabbage. Got the wrong implement you're showing us there. Yeah, good one. Potatoes. Potato, potato, potato. Harvest the sugar beet. Or harvest the onion. And that's that. So... question is, after I clicked it, do we have enough to buy 2 of those harvesters and headers to go with it? Ooh, exciting stuff. Let's find out. Yeah, I'm sure you're waiting with bated breath, aren't you? Hanging on to the edge of your seats. To find out whether or not I'm going to buy equipment, which is the whole point of this. To make a big fleet of stuff, which can only happen if we buy equipment. Actually, we will. I'll tell you what, we will end it there for the day. Not the stream. Just a working day here in the game. Now we'll send you to the wash bay. We'll give you a nice warm bath before we put you to bed. Even give you a drink as well, so you can wake up halfway through the night wanting to go to the toilet, as most kids do. Change to him. Wait for the other one to turn up. Where's the other truck? He's still on his way to somewhere. Clearly he was avoiding the rush hour traffic, that's why he took this road for some reason. Good choice, mate, there's no traffic here, well done. You know the area well. There's the truck. And then I'll collect everything, then I'll pay the bills and see how much money we've got. Then have a look at the harvesters to do with the cabbage and the corn and stuff like that. What we could do is we could definitely buy one with all the equipment and then be able to do those other contracts, and one of us can probably do some baling. Racia, come on, come on, slowpoke. Let me change it to that one so I know when I hit the X, it'll be the harvester that'll be folding up. And we'll send you off to the wash bay as well. Don't want you to feel left out now, do we? You, my good man. Oh, there's the rain again. Can you hear it? It's definitely coming through on the old microphone I couldn't see. Problem is that, like I said, that's on my roof, so not much I can do about that. That's me, thinking of my viewers in the Northern Hemisphere, getting you ready and used to your winter coming up. And for the rest of you in the Southern Hemisphere, that's me just reminding you of the enjoyment of the winter that you've left behind as we head into summer. I'm so thoughtful. Let's check these contracts out and collect our money. They should be all done. I'm pretty sure they are. Look at that. 1, 2, and 3. And then we just got that last bit. Yeah, I'm okay with the as long as it's not muggy or humid. I don't know if you guys use the term muggy in America. I think you do, eh? You use the term muggy as well for describing a humid day. Full of humidity. Hence the reason why they say humid day. If it's just pure heat, I'm all fine with it. I don't even feel the heat. Which is ironic considering my skin tone is Irish blue. You'd think I'd be more suitable to like the North Pole, the South Pole. But yeah, I'd be highly affected by anything above 0 degrees Celsius. But no, I'm quite good with heat. Humidity, no, not at all. I die in humidity. When it comes to that, I'll coin a phrase from Yoda and well, I did. I actually had it in my brain before I said that, and it sounded really good in my head. Everything in my head sounds really good because I'm my only critic. My best critic is me. But I've forgotten what I was going to say now, how I was going to say it. So let's gloss over that and pretend I never said anything at all, shall we?
Super hot summers are lovely.
Oh, I've gone the wrong way. He's on his way back. You're getting closer. You've made it. Oh, I better clean some stuff, right? We've cracked the 1 million. We're about to get rid of it. We've made the $1 million mark and now we're going to spend it like a gold digger with the partner's credit card. Is that you in there?
Yep.
Oh, okay. It's just your name's not popped up, that's all. You run me over. Next. Come on in. Where the water's fine. Well, she jumped out of there pretty quick. She obviously doesn't understand the concept of window not being, you know, well, okay, second thoughts. Might as well do the inside while we're here.
But yeah, no, for summers I can tolerate up to about 115 Fahrenheit.
What's that in Celsius? Speak English.
About 46.
The worst I've been in was about 42, and like I said, it didn't even feel like 42 degrees to me. Because it was just pure heat, no humidity involved at all in the making of that temperature.
Yeah, good dry heat's definitely the way to go. It's one of the big things I miss about my hometown. You get some geniuses down in my city here, and they chuck on the evaporative air conditioning. That's like, you fools.
We normally park these plows right here in this bay, yeah.
Well, the one that I fished out was next to the cultivators, but we had one other one sitting next to where the trailers are.
Right. I think I actually decided to put them in here. Move them to here because they originally were next to the trailers. How close to the pole can I get?
Well, someone's gone full ham with a leaf blower outside.
I'm going to give this one a bit of a service. Then put it into bed. Repair, yes. And what am I in? I'm in the Deets file, eh? Oh, I was sticky here behind this one. Whatever this one is. Looks like a massive to me. Looks like a fence to me. Yeah, I was right.
Yeah, okay, Lego Batman. First try.
No help from Patrio required. Actually, let's add a let me try and remember how to do this first off.
Well, first things first, you'll probably want to give that thing a wash.
No. Yeah, I will in a second. I've just got to move it forward, though. I was going to move this forward, and I'm trying to remember how to do that. Is it with the right mouse button I move? Yeah, it is. And I move it to there. Oh, it went a little too far, didn't it? Sorry, carry on, as you were. Just want to make sure it will actually drive to the wash plate. Now that I've moved it, because I've never actually moved a waypoint like that before. Well, a checkpoint waypoint, one with the name on it. Oh,
destination point.
It's still not the best, is it? That one was a little too far away though, because the oh no, this should be alright.
Yeah, I'll say it's central to the gurney itself, so.
No, I'll go put some diesel on this and put this to sleep as well. Yeah, Dave's put something to chat for you there, Patrio.
And yeah, that's what I was going about, the small gas-powered engines, so leaf blowers, weed whackers, that sort of thing, is now no longer allowed to be sold in California. Part of their Clean Act thing. The gender neutrality of toy stores, yeah, take it or leave it. I mean, it might be a PC gone too far, but, you know, not really fast.
What?
If Timmy wants a Barbie doll, it's his prerogative.